Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy March! Isn't that just crazy that we're already in March? And because we're already in March, I have read 17 books this year, which is just wild. Like, I did not expect to read this many so quickly, and I wanted to tell you what those books were, what I thought about them, all of that good book stuff. So we're gonna get right into it, and we're gonna start off with the books I read in January. So I started off the year with Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Meyer. So I've been seeing this book all over TikTok, all over Instagram, all of that, about how it's just a cute little romance, like a low-stake fantasy, and that's exactly what it was. It was a fun little adventure. You know, this girl Evie, she becomes the assistant, this ultimate like fairy tale villain in this world they live in, and you know, that totally just like uproots her life. And you know, you learn about the magic system, which is just so easy to learn, such an easy magic system, and just what it's like to be the assistant. I found it really good, really cute, 4 stars. And then I read The Upside of Falling by Alex White. This is just a cute little cleansing romance book. I loved it so much. It's about this girl who's nerdy and loves books and all that, and she starts fake dating the ultimate quarterback jock guy at their school, and you learn a lot about their lives and how they are actually really good of a fit for each other. Assistant to the Villain left you on a cliffhanger. I had to pick up Apprentice to the Villain, and I love the sequel. It was so good. It's actually the second in the trilogy. The third book's coming out August of this year, and I'm super excited about that. You learn a lot more about the characters, their backgrounds, their stories, why they are who they are, and you get more Pop's point of views too, so you get a more insight, and I really like how it kept you on your toes the whole time. I also read A Court of Wings and Ruin, which is the 3rd book in the Agatar series. If you know, I've been listening to it audio, so that was a really long book to get through, but 4 stars. I read a book that took me 2 months to get through because I kept it at school over Christmas break, and we had like a month-long Christmas break. But it was Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. But it's about this girl who struggles with anxiety and different like mental issues, and pretty much it's just about how she sees the world and how she lives her world and how she doesn't think people get her, but they really do, and just different things. It was a really beautiful book. I did struggle through it for a little bit. It was kind of like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. It was almost like annoying, but I think that was the point, to show you what it's like to live with these health issues. And but the end of it was really good. It was really like the reason it's called Turtles All the Way Down. I absolutely loved it. A 4-star book. And then I read The House My Mother, A Daughter's Quest for Freedom by Sherry Fanke. So I read this on audiobook because she narrates it, so it felt like a little podcast. And oh my gosh, that book is crazy. I really liked it. I didn't rate it because I didn't want to rate someone's like story. Like The Heartless Hunter by Kristen Scarelli. It's the Crimson Moth girl. She's a witch, but witches are banned in this society. But she starts like being partners in crime with a witch hunter, and like he doesn't know she's a witch, but like he knows he's trying to hunt this witch called the Crimson Moth, about her trying to avenge her grandmother's death, who's also a witch. Then I went on a slight little audiobook kick. I've been on an audiobook kick lately. Like I have an Audible, and then on Libby you can use audiobooks. Love it. I love audiobooks because like I listen to music and stuff all the time during school. So it's really nice just to like have a book instead of just listening to music all the time. So I read The Answer Is No by Frederick Bachman because I really wanted to get into his writing, and this was a little like Kindle Unlimited audiobook. I was like, you know, this might help me like get into him, see what he's about, and I liked it. I liked the analogy about living life and people pleasing, like how there's a balance between people pleasing and being rude. Like you have to find that balance. It was good. Like a quick, I think it's like under 100 pages. It was like an hour or so on Audible. I did A Court of Frost and Starlight, which is like the 3.5 book for Agatar series. It's just like the Christmas special. It is so cute. Loved it. 3 stars. And then I read the weirdest book I think I'll ever read, and that is Baggage Claim by Julian Smith. And it was really cute. Loved like the skiing, because I started reading it because it's based at a ski lodge, and I was going skiing a lot in January. So I was like, you know what? This is perfect. Love it. Let's pick it up. Like it was just weird. I cannot say anything in case you want to read it, but I wouldn't recommend reading it. But let's just say her family was really mad at her for making this decision about another family member, but it turns out the girl was not in the wrong at all, and it was actually the other family member, and her whole family was acting like the main girl was in the wrong when she really wasn't. Moving on, I read Bear Town on audiobook by Frederick Bachman. Loved this book. 4 stars. It's about a town, and this town is huge on hockey, and basically how that drives them and what it takes for them to just be a hockey town, and all the relationships that the manager, the coaches, are on the team, and just the fans and things like that. It's a crazy book, really good. I just really like the different life, and even though they define themselves with hockey, but then they start like second guessing if that's really how they want to define. The last book I read in January was Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. I've only read one other Ali Hazelwood book, which is Love Hypothesis, but I do love, no, I read two. I read Check and Mate and Love Hypothesis. Love Ali Hazelwood. She just writes some like simple romances. They're cute, love them, like you just swoon over them. It's about two neuroengineers, which is just crazy crap, that they work for NASA and they're trying to develop this new type of space helmet, and there's just a lot of drama that goes with it because Ali Hazelwood writes about women in STEM fields, so and how that can be quite a challenge. It's a really good book, liked it. And then the first book I read in February was Out on a Limb by Hannah Bone. Wow, this book was so good. It was just the sweetest, swooning book. It's about a girl and this guy that have an accidental pregnancy, but they do their best to make it work because they know they are responsible and they have to work it out, and they both have limb deformities, so that's something they bond over because it's something they used to be really insecure about. And it's just really sweet because those two things aren't like the sole focus of the book, is how they bond over each other and the things they do to make it work, because they know like they have to make the right decisions. And it's just really cute how intentional both of the characters were, how loving they were. I just loved it. And just again, like, you never know what's going on in someone's life and how there's a reason for everything a person does. And I just like that book. It just had so many cute moments, and friendship, family, found family. The only two books I read physically throughout this year was Better Than the Movies. So this is actually a reread because I read this a couple years ago in a video actually, and I loved it. I rated it 5 stars. So this was technically the first 5 stars of 2025, but I already knew it was going to be a 5-star read because it was a 5-star read 2 years ago. But I absolutely love this book. I love Lynn Painter. I love literally anything she writes. I will read it. I loved Betting on You. I love Do-Over. Love, love, love. And that fake skating book she's coming out with, immediate buy. It's about Liz and Wes, and Liz is the ultimate lover girl. She is just a hopeless romantic and wants her perfect high school moment. And Wes is the obstacle in her plan. He is the guy that does whatever he wants, lives right next door to him, the typical selfish next door neighbor. They fake date each other so she can get the guy that she wants her perfect high school moment with. But that turns upside down in her face. Perfect. I love this book. It is so good. The movie quote, the things about love, and just where they are high school seniors like me, I just really resonated with it because it talks about more than just their romance. It talks about growing up and changing and what life can be and how to get yourself to that point of life and how people can bring you out and people can bring you down. And I just really liked it. I liked about enjoying it and not having any regrets during your high school. I did A Against You on audiobook again by Frederick Bachman. It's the second one in the Baritone series. I kind of like split this book up so I didn't connect with it like the other ones. I rated it 3 stars, but it was really good. Again, it's just about that town, and there was a major catastrophe that happened in the first book, and so it's kind of like dealing with the ruins of that and how the town is going to build up their hockey again. And then I read my first official 5-star read of the year, and that was Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter. So it's the second book to Better Than the Movies, and oh my gosh, I love this book so much. I know there are so many mixed opinions on if they hate it, if they love it, if they don't really like it. Like, it's so mixed. I absolutely loved it. I tabbed this book like crazy. I marked in here like crazy. Oh my gosh. So basically it takes place 2 years after the events in Better Than the Movie, and Les and Wiz have a little mishap, and it's about them trying to get back together, but it's way more. And again, it's about growing up and loss in your life. That's a major thing, so I would keep that in mind. It's a major thing about tragedy, loss, how people change through breakups and loss and heartache, how it touched on like what Liz went through and how that can change her and how that can change a person for the good or the bad. But at the deep root, they're still the person you once knew, and I just really liked it. Like, there's some really good quotes in here, and when I got to my mom's headstone where bright yellow moms are in full autumnal glory, I wondered how I ever stayed away for so long. It just really resonated to me because where these characters are in college, I'm about to go off to college in a few months. And I wrote in here, come home. Like, remember to come home. Don't stay long. Don't stay mad at people or go away for a silly reason, but do it for you. Don't just do it to please a person or to get back at somebody. It was a 5-star book, beautiful book, loved it. The last book I read in February was actually a school book, and that is Hamlet by William Shakespeare. Why did I like it? I don't know. I actually really liked this book. It was a 4-star read for me. I guess it's not a book, it's a play, but I really liked it. We read and watched the movie in the 1996 version, I believe. In English, it's AP Lit. Very good. I liked, because like there's a lot of things in our society, like Lion King, different like movies and episodes and shows that are based off Hamlet, and I really liked knowing what it was about and the fullness of it. And I just think it's like, I just like Shakespeare's writing, honestly. Like, just the things he says, like you think it's really complex, but it really isn't. Like, and he's funny. He's a funny little guy. So that is all the books I read in February and January. I am currently reading 2 books right now, and they are part of this really fun video I'm coming out with, so make sure you stay tuned. So that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all got some good book rep. I'll see you all in the next video. Remember to subscribe. There's a lot of book and senior year content coming your way. So remember, I love you, but most importantly, Jesus loves you.